St. Louis here plus 200. We got the Dodgers at minus 217, the total at 7.5. We got Scherzer 15-4 with a 2.46 ERA. Adam Wainwright getting the ball for the Cards, 17-7 with a 3.05 ERA. Max Scherzer with the Dodgers, 11 starts. These numbers are absolutely ridiculous. A 1.98 ERA, 0.82 whip, 89 strikeouts, and just 8 walks. His first 9 starts with the Dodgers, Tino, 7-0. A 0.78 ERA, 79 punchouts, and 7 walks in 58 innings. Opponents only hit 150 against him. He was roughed up over his last 2 outings, though. 17 hits, 10 runs, 3 homers, 5 in each runs, that is. He faced the Padres, and he had to go to Coors, so that stuff kind of happens to pitchers in Colorado. But, man, this guy's been awesome. He faced the Cardinals on September 6th, 8 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 13 strikeouts, and 0 walks. 1 or 0 runs in 7 of his 11 outings with the Dodgers, 0 runs in 6 of them, and 2 or fewer in 9 of the 11. As for Wainwright, the 40-year-old vet, man, he surprised me. Somebody offered me him in a season-long league, and I said, no chance. He can't keep this up. I wish I'd made that trade. A 3.78 ERA on the road, though, 2.74 at home. September 8th, he faced the Dodgers. 8 1/3, 7 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 homer, and 4 strikeouts. So he's not a big strikeout guy. I mean, his strikeout pitch is his curve, upper 80s with his sinker, mid 80s with his cutter. He can really kind of pinpoint that fastball. He's a contact guy. But more than 3 runs allowed in just 3 of his last 19 starts. So the Dodgers won the season series 4-3. They won 2 of 3 earlier in the year. Outscored them 25-10, but this is a much different Cardinals team playing with a lot of confidence. They split the 4-game set in September, and Scherzer and Wainwright, as I mentioned, pitched in those games. Dude, I know the Dodgers are heavy favorites here, and everyone loves the Dodgers, and I get it. Like, I understand it. 106 wins, ties a franchise record. You and I have talked so much on this show before. Like, if they lose this game tonight, Major League Baseball will make adjustments to the playoffs. Like, they can't have a 106-win team not actually making the postseason here. But I can't back them. And it's not just being crazy. Like, it's not just saying, I hate the Dodgers. There's no value in backing them here today. And this Cardinals team has played so good over the past 6 weeks, man. Don't you think that they could win this game today? It's like, if I gave a 50, a percentage chance of winning, I would only give 65 to the Dodgers. Like, it's not crazy. It's a one game.
Well, it's baseball. Baseball shouldn't be played in a one-game playoff regardless. That's the problem. It should be changed either way, whether the Dodgers or the Yankees both get eliminated or not. But with that said, it's not crazy because you've seen this before in a ton of different sports. The hottest teams that come in, whether, in football, it's the wild card. I'm a Giant fan, so I've seen it plenty of times, but you see it in the NCAA tournament. Sometimes those dark horse teams, they're hot, they're clicking on all cylinders. And right now, for what it's worth, now I know Scherzer got touched up in Colorado, and who doesn't sometimes, and the Padres offense, which is more than competent, but he's looked human the last 2 starts. He's given up a ton of hits, and this Cards offense is finally clicking. That's the real. Wainwright's been pitching great, but this Cards offense, I think, is the difference. And I look to Paul Goldschmidt. I think, early on in this game, we'll get a very, very good feel on how things are going, because if there's a lot of hard contact early in this game, especially from these guys up at the top of the lineup, the heavy hitters, Arenado, Tyler O'Neill, I think it feeds into the Cardinals' favor, because I used to think they'd have to go small ball to get things done. And right now they've been relying on power. They hit for average too. So for what it's worth, Goldschmidt 300 hitter, 294, 31 ribbies, 31 dingers, 99 ribbies, and then Tyler O'Neill 34 home runs, 80 RBIs, 286 hitter. Where the heck did that come from? His OPS is 11th best in baseball at 912. So the Cardinals are scrappy. They don't play small ball as much as I thought they would have to going into the year, but they're a competent offense right now. They really are clicking. So, again, I think, unfortunately, that Max will probably be better than his last 2 starts, but that doesn't mean the Cards can't touch him up or work that pitch count high enough that you got to get to this inconsistent Dodgers bullpen, which is also ridiculous. Okay, the Dodgers bullpen is ridiculous as well, of course, but inconsistent. Kenley Jansen. Don't let people forget. He's still closing games.
Nobody
He's still
forgets.
Closing games. Yeah. That's what we got to bank on. I think the Cards got to win this late, to be honest with you. Obviously. I don't think the Dodgers will ever go away. There's no way the Cardinals are going to bury them. For us being on the 2-1 Cards here, just know it's going to be a grind. But, again, they work pitch count. Even with Max getting his strikeouts, which I think he will get. What'd you say? He had 13?
Yeah, he had 13. That's crazy. I think, 7.5 strikeouts for Max using our free prop shop at -102 at FanDuel. I think that's pretty good.
I take over.
Yeah. I think to take the over on that, he could get 8 or 9 punch-outs in this game. He could go deep in the game too. You're right about the bullpen. I think they want him to go as deep as he can. I mean, he's got so much. Both of these guys have so much experience on the hill. Like, they've been in these situations plenty of times before. I mean, Scherzer was phenomenal when the Nats won the World Series a couple years ago, and they acquired him. They could have went numerous ways with this one start. I mean, Walker Buehler it's crazy, right? But Scherzer, I think, gets those strikeouts. And I mean, what we know about Scherzer, it's not to the same point with Garrett Cole, but he allows bombs. Like, he does allow bombs here and there. You and I were chatting. You like Goldschmidt, but we also both like Tyler O'Neill here. Plus 390 over at FanDuel to get a home run. 34 bombs in the season, 27 of those 34 against right-handed pitching. And he was great in September and October, had 13 homers and a 328 average. He hit 304 in August. Yeah, you're right. Where did he come from? He went on this bit of a tear, and then he suffered an injury, and then he came back, and he's just been a big part of what they've been able to do over the last month and a half, like winning 17 straight ball games. You're right. They are scrappy, and it's weird to say, like, oh, back this team because they're scrappy. Like, it even just talking about that sounds ludicrous, but they have a lot of experience with Goldschmidt, with Arenado. Like, these guys can get it done and get to Scherzer. I think we see a tight ball game. If I'm picking a side over or under, I'm picking the under 7.5. I just can't back this Dodgers team. If you're not with us on the Cardinals, heck, we're taking all our money that we won yesterday on the Red Sox and the under and Schwarber, and you and I are putting it down on the Cards. And if you don't want to do that on the money line, heck, to take them on the run line at plus 1.5, minus 110, that's not bad either, Tino.
Yeah, no. And so what I'm doing right now, and I know we're on with Tyler O'Neill because DraftKings doesn't even offer me a straight up Tyler O'Neill home run. So we're going to take the Cards to win and O'Neill to hit a home run at 6-1, plus 600. I'm definitely on that. And I do wanted to tie some things together here because it's kind of how everything comes full circle. Albert Pujols revenge game, Meaney. I hope he gets a bat. I hope he gets a look at the plate because he went yard against the Cards in St. Louis in his first AB back with the team. So it's like, I would love to see that wrinkle. I'd love to see Pujols out there again because he'd definitely feel a type of way.
That would be so cool. We got to get out of here. I got a couple hockey targets. If Pujols plays tonight, he will become the first MLB player in history to hit 400 plus home runs with a franchise and then appear in a postseason game against them. Pretty cool, right? And he took them deep. He hit a home run this year against the Cardinals. And when he played for the Halos in his first game back against the Cardinals, it was, the interleague play, he went deep against them as well. Like, that would be a pretty cool storyline if he was to be able to get in there as a pinch hitter and maybe go deep. Enjoy the game. We're both on the Cards here. It's not really Dodgers hate. We just have a lot of respect for the St. Louis team and what they've been able to do.